how to make an iris folded bauble Christmas card or celebration card. So this is what we're going to be making. This is an example of an iris folded card. What that means is when you finish making the bauble, there's a little hole in the middle, like the iris in a lens on a camera. This is what the back looks like. So it's a bit chaotic at the back, but that will all be hidden. No one will see that. And this is the effect you get on the front. So you can see it's layers of paper, and we've added a ribbon and a little pencil line as the string, and then it all folds up and turns into a card. So what you need to do this is an aperture card. So that's just a card with a hole in, and the one that's in your pack has 3 sections like this that fold in at the back, and that's so when you've made your card you can use this piece of card to cover up all the sellotape on the back, and you've got a lovely neat card to send to someone. If you are thinking you might want to make another one of these, and you've only got one of these in your pack, if you've got another card or a piece of card, you could draw around this circle and cut it out with scissors or a craft knife very carefully if you have one, and then you'd be able to make another card using the paper in your pack. The other things you will need are a pattern, which you have in your pack. There's an easy and a medium. The only difference really is the easier has fewer pieces of paper, and the medium's got more pieces and they're slightly smaller, so they make it sort of tighter knot of paper. This one takes a little bit longer, but just pick whichever one you like the look of. And you can cut the paper in a variety of ways. You could do all one colour paper and it would still make a nice effect as it went in towards the middle. You could use 2 different papers and alternate them. So you could go, let's start with one, you could go colour 1, colour 2, colour 1, colour 2, colour 1, colour 2. So you're just alternating as you go around. I'm going to use 4 colours just for fun and to see if I can get them in the right order. So I've chosen orange, green, this pattern and this pattern, and I'm going to work my way around. I'm going to put them just to the side there in the order that I want to use them. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 back to the start. So first thing you need to do is, let's do the easy one, is to put your card face down onto the pattern that you're going to use. So what you want to do is just fiddle about there and make sure you can see all the numbers. The ones that are key are the first 4 numbers. So as long as you can see the 1, 2, 3 and 4, that's fine. If you put it off to one side and you can't see that number, you can work it out, but your pattern won't quite be in the centre. So just centre that up over there, and then what I'm going to do is put a tiny little piece of sellotape. I'm going to just put it there. I've used this card a few times just for different demonstrations, so it's a bit messed up inside, but it'll get covered over, it doesn't matter. Just put one little piece, and then as you're working you can lift the card up and have a look at the other side. So it just keeps it in place, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So strips of paper I've cut here, I've done 4 of each, that should be enough, and these ones are 1.5 centimetres wide, and that's because these sections here are just under 1.5 centimetres wide, and what we need to do is cover up each section as we work around. We don't want any gaps. It's not crucial, you know, but it's nice if you can not have any gaps, then it's a nice solid pattern when you get to the end. I've also pre-cut lots of little tiny strips of sellotape about as big as this one, and that means you don't have to keep stopping and cutting the bits of sellotape as you go. If you're doing the medium pattern, you could make your strips of paper a little bit narrower, because these are slightly narrower, just over 1 centimetre at the widest. but you don't have to worry too much about that. Traditionally, when you make these cards, you get a wider strip of paper and fold it in half lengthwise, and that is why it's called iris fold. The only problem with that is it makes the whole card a little bit bulky, so we're just going to do plain strips instead. So I think we're ready to begin. So what we're going to do is take paper number 1, and the thing to remember here is you're working on the back of the card, the inside. So whatever you want to see on the front, you need to put face down. You do have to concentrate a little bit because it's so easy just to become a bit absent-minded and put the strip the wrong way.